So Terra Luna Classic holders have experienced a huge surge in the price of Luna Classic, especially in the last month, but really over the last 3 months. And there's a reason for that because this community is super strong and burns, right? That is the number one reason why so many people are driven back to this project with the chances of making crazy gains. And great gains have already been had. In fact, if you got in during the low point on May 13th, and got out at the recent high point of the 3033 level, you made 24,000%. That is absolutely incredible. But we should still be careful. And in this video, I want to talk about the reasons why you should still be careful with Terra Luna Classic before considering it as a sound long-term crypto investment. Now, the reason for long-term crypto investment, I think a lot of people right now are looking at this as a swing trade, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is totally cool. Why not find some great gains in a bear market? But for those people out there looking to potentially hold this for the long term, there are still some big questions out there that I would want answered personally before I would make it a long-term part of my portfolio. Again, of course, it once was actually pegged to UST. Now, they actually are looking to find a new peg, which would be USTC. And that's where I want to start. So one of the major and obvious flaw of Luna Classic, if it ever does find a new peg with USTC, what's to stop a similar collapse taking place again? We haven't got a lot of details on USTC. Will it be another algorithmic stablecoin? Will that work? Of course, it didn't work this last go around. One would expect a different approach and fail safes rather, but that may dampen the appetite for some investors. Personally, that would provide me with some really nice clarity if we knew that the new stablecoin would be structured differently than the previous one. All right, so that's one thing to consider. Now, another red flag is the incredible size of circulating tokens still out there. Now, we know burns are coming, but they are going to have to happen rather, at a rapid pace. Right now, more than 6 trillion remain in circulation. Without an extensive and continued burn of the tokens, it will be virtually impossible to reach a reasonable price point. To put this into context, right now, the entire crypto market is worth less than $1 trillion. That means if every single dollar currently in all of crypto was transferred into Luna Classic, the price would still only be 16 cents. So that's why when people say Terra Luna Classic to $1, that's not going to happen, at least not anytime soon. In fact, 1 cent would be amazing. Of course, Shiba Inu and that community, which I cover a lot here on the channel, it is by far my favorite crypto project out there. It has 1 cent dreams, and it too is looking for reasons to obviously create utility and also to burn tokens out of its large supply. And then there's the question of Terra 2.0, a new blockchain developed by the same founders and working in parallel with Luna Classic. That project was just 1 billion circulating supply and could eventually take over Luna Classic with the price per token already at a much higher price at $1.68. Although with smaller gains in recent weeks, it has been seeing some flashes of green moving up along with Terra Classic. So these are just some things to consider before making it a long-term investment. Right now, I could totally see it as a short-term swing trade, but we have to see some of these big catalysts come to fruition, right? The community's already taken 400 billion coins out of circulation, and the developers are lining up to have a mass burn. These need to go well, and massive amounts of tokens need to be taken out of the supply. Of course, Binance is said to support that, which is big. Now, if they continue, they meaning the Luna Classic community, to promote it and stake and burn their tokens, more risk adverse investors may jump on board. And I wouldn't want to add this too. If you add more use cases, you're also going to get a lot more interest as well. Thank you so much. And security. That's the big one. When they create this new stable coin, will it be different than the old one that depegged? Right? That's a big one for me. Let me know what you think about all this down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Enjoy the weekend, everybody, the long weekend here in the United States. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, let's get this to 400 likes. I think we could do that, right? Smash the like button. It's totally free, guys. Helps us out. Thanks. See ya.